I don't know if y'all are just doing this to get out of paying child support or what the deal is.
Before we start, I just want to let the court know that the parties that we do not want this case to be open, and they do not want a child support case or order. However, the state is requesting that we do an order today. I believe the parties are agreed to joint managing conservatorship, that there's been no family violence, and that no retro will be requested. And I believe they agree that Mr. Fox is the father of the child, not requesting DNA testing. I'll go ahead and call the parties.
But there's some kind of state interest involved.
Let me check, Judge. Judge, it appears that there is no state interest regarding health insurance.
Okay. All right, Ms. Jackson, did you initiate this case getting filed? Or is that why we're here today initially, at least, and then maybe you change your mind?
He had a case, and then I ended up doing a case, and then we talked about it, and we no longer want to proceed.
Okay, you have health insurance for the child?
Recently it did just go out back in September. They cut our Medicaid off, so I did just renewed like 2 days ago. So I have to wait on it to get back approved. So as of right now, she doesn't have insurance at the moment.
Okay, but your intention is to get insurance through the state?
Yes.
Okay, then we have to push forward with an order.
Why?
Because the state's going to provide you free medical care for your child.
She's going on my insurance.
Is that already, Mr. Fox?
Yes, it's in the process. It should show up on my maybe my next pay period check, like the cost of everything. So it's just I did it this week.
Have you told Ms. Jackson about this?
No, she told me that she was no longer insured, so I was like, okay. I only took her off. Well, she only came off my other insurance because I had lost my job, but now that I'm reemployed, now she's gonna be back on my insurance, basically.
But you didn't talk to Ms. Jackson before today?
About the insurance? No. Yes. I was just gonna do it because she had told me that she didn't receive Medicaid no more. So
Ms. Jackson, is there some reason why you let the Medicaid lapse in September?
I'm sorry.
Is there some reason why you let the Medicaid lapse in September?
I didn't know that I had to renew. I had ended up going to the doctor, and they told me that it was out. So I just renewed.
All right, let's go ahead and proceed, Ms. Phillip.
Okay. I called the father, Cabrin Fox. Sir, could you state your full name?
Cabran Brandon Fox.
Okay, and Mr. Fox, is it correct that the child currently lives with you?
We have a split time, so it's never she's over there more than over here. It's always like down the middle with my daughter.
Okay. And sir, are you requesting DNA testing today?
No.
And sir, are you in agreement to be appointed joint managing conservators with the mother? And sir, is it correct that there's been no family violence between the two of you?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and that you're not requesting any retroactive support?
No.
Okay, and sir, is it correct that you're carrying health insurance through your job?
Yes.
And that's for the child?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you're doing week on, week off possession?
Yes.
How far away from each other do you live?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Okay, how old is the child?
She's a year old.
Okay. Sir, do you believe that you'll be able to continue doing that once the child is in
yes.
Even if the child is enrolled in one of your school districts and then you have to take the child to school?
Yes.
In the morning? Okay. Sir, the state has calculated child support at $649 a month. Would you be in agreement to that amount for the mother to pay?
If we was to go forward, no, I really don't need no support.
Okay, so you're asking that child support be $0?
Yes.
And that's due to your week on, week off schedule?
Yes.
When did you start doing that schedule?
When I started working overnight.
When was that?
This was in May 6th.
Okay, so you've been doing it for about 5 months?
Yes.
Okay. And sir, are you asking for medical support to be $66 a month?
No.
You want that to be zero as well?
Yes.
Okay. Pass a witness. I called the mother, Jocelyn Jackson. Miss Jackson, could you state your full name? And you're on mute.
Jocelyn Jackson.
Okay. And ma'am, are you asking for DNA testing in this case?
No,
And ma'am, were you married to anyone else at the time the child was born?
no.
And are you asking that Mr. Fox be established as the father of the child?
What you mean? I'm not understanding the question.
Are you asking that the legal relationship between Mr. Fox and the child be
That's-
court ordered?
No, it's okay.
Okay. Ma'am, are you in agreement to be appointed joint managing conservators with the father?
Yeah,
And ma'am, has there been any family violence between the two of you in the past 2 years?
no.
And ma'am, is it correct that you're doing week on, week off with the father?
Yeah, but she lives with me. She don't live with him.
Does she live with him for a week at a time?
Yeah, but if he can't get her, then I keep her. So she doesn't stay with him. She stays with me. If anything to go wrong, she would have to be with me, not him.
Have you been doing the week on, week off schedule since May?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Does he reliably get the child every week that he's supposed to?
Yeah, he does. Y'all say he does, but I'm not sure if that's supposed to change because yeah, he said that it's supposed to change, so I'm not sure if it's supposed to change.
Okay. And ma'am, are you in agreement for the father to carry health insurance through his job?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And ma'am, is it correct that you're making $17.75 an hour
Yes.
and you're getting 40 hours a week?
Yes.
And then you also get a bonus of 1,700 every other month?
The bonus isn't 1,700. That's just the bonus would be around like 200 to 500. So my check would make like 1,700. So yeah, but the bonus isn't 1,700 plus on top of what I get paid.
Okay. And ma'am, we calculated your gross monthly income at $3,926.66 a month. Does that sound accurate to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And ma'am, we calculated your child support at $649 a month. Do you agree to that amount?
No.
Okay. And are you asking that child support be $0 since y'all are switching the child every week?
Yes.
And are you asking that medical support also be $0?
Yes.
And ma'am, do you understand that the court or the state is asking that you be responsible for court costs for today?
Okay, why?
So we're not able to ask that the custodial parent, Mr. Fox, be ordered to pay court costs.
Well, he's not the custodial parent, so no, I don't agree to that. I'm not paying that.
Okay. Pass a witness.
Ms. Phillip, I have a couple, I guess, this case is a mess because of what's going on here. You filed this case with Ms. Jackson being the non-custodial, and I guess I'm looking towards ordering the father to pay the medical support, some medical support, or an option of him carrying health insurance. Then, of course, the court cost is another issue. So, I don't know if we could order medical support from the father based on how you filed the case.
And Your Honor, let me check. I think we have both cases open with him as the custodial parent and with the mother as custodial parent.
Okay.
There are both cases open at this time.
Okay, so you believe that's the case right now?
Yes.
Okay.
But the one that we filed with was the father as the custodial parent.
Okay. All right. Okay. Your case is a little different, obviously, because of the split. I don't know if y'all are just trying to get out of child support or you're actually doing the split and whether or not that's going to continue with your jobs changing in the future. I'm trying to adjust somewhat to what y'all are doing because of those issues. As far as the medical will be that Ms. Jackson is to apply for medical insurance through the state. For now, I'm going to order Mr. Fox for you to pay $30 a month for medical. If you show proof of your insurance to the Attorney General's office and the mother, then that'll get you out of paying the $30 a month. But since we're kind of doing both at the same time, I don't really understand why we're doing that, why y'all haven't had a discussion about that before that. I don't know if y'all are just doing this to get out of paying child support or what the deal is. So that's what I'm going to do for today. Again, that still gives you the option to provide insurance, and then of course you need to drop Medicaid if there's insurance. I'm going to waive court costs, so neither one of you have to pay because if it's a mess here as far as who has possession. Y'all need to figure out what you're going to do for the future. I know this maybe it works here for the last year, but it doesn't sound to us like it's going to work in the future, because if y'all live 30 minutes apart, the child's going to have to be enrolled in somebody's school district. And I really doubt y'all are in the same school district. So in about 3 or 4 years, you're going to have a problem. So you're going to have to enroll the child. So if y'all are still doing this 50-50 split, then the child will need to be driven every morning and every afternoon back and forth to the school. And if somebody lives far apart, that's not going to work. So that's something to think about for the future. That's something we need. That's still, I guess, maybe 2-3 years away, but that's something y'all need to resolve. And we may be back in the future to modify these orders. All right. So we're also doing a paternity establishment and no back child support and no family violence finding. All right. The Attorney General's office will draft an order based on all of that and email y'all a copy of the order. If any significant changes happen, maybe that you're not doing 50-50, then we need to come back to court to modify the orders. Ms. Phillip, did you have any questions before I let them go?
Yes, Judge. So it's no child support, right?
Right. I'm sorry. Yes. No child support at this time. But again, that can change. So we'll see. Hopefully y'all will resolve what you're supposed to do here so that we can get this done. All right.
And Judge, it will be a final order, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all are excused. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.